Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, episode 65, season 2 of course. And yeah, we're here in the world. I've got some more mana pools. I've emptied the one that was there and moved it, so that's going to go over here. This is all going to change. These are now full, and I have recreated, basically, these were not working at all. So I basically recreated them, and they are now working. We've got 3 cakeys. Obviously this thing is full and doing its thing, but these are also full. So we need to do a little bit of work, pardon me, to start this process running. We need a lot of mana for a little project that I have in mind. So we need to make more sparks. We're going to have to make let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sparks, maybe 13. Yeah, maybe 13 sparks. And for that we're going to need some blaze powder. We're going to need plenty of petals, but luckily we've got 1 or 2 of those. So if I do, you need 2 per, so if I do basically 13 of those, yeah, that's fine. We're going to need the golding. I also need to sort my inventory out, you know, because it's a mess. Dirt, marble, that we don't really. I'll better leave the seeds here because we're going to want those. Pumpkin seed would also work, but I'll send those away, and that can go away for now as well. Right, so armed with all of that, I will also chuck that away just for time being. Armed with all of that, let's head back to the main base and get the sparks done. The other thing we also are going to need is some things. So do we got there dispersive? I can never remember which way. Let's just check the sparks out actually. Mana manipulation sparks. So okay, we're presumably therefore. Hang on. Do we need the elven stuff? I don't think so. No, I would have thought it was under the sparks section. Ah, spark augmentation, there we go. So dominant will have the spark pull any mana from near non-augmented sparks pools into its own until it's completely full. Recessive will have the spark output all of the mana in its pool into all nearby non-augmented or dispersive sparks pools until it's completely empty. Dispersive use up the mana in the pool below to charge any nearby planes. Oh right, so we want recessive augment, I think. Maybe. So if I think let's try recessive and 1 dominant. So you're not gonna, yeah, recessive and 2 recessive and 1 dominant should do the trick, I think. So that is pixie dust and rune, and dominant is rune of fire and pixie dust. So it's just pixie dust and runes. So that's fine. We can handle all of that when we get back. Let me go and get the sparks put together for starters, and that will make life subtly easier. The bit I'm missing is blaze powder. That's what I don't have over here. So we'll head over to home and okay, that's me and Elytra. We do not get on. Right, spark Make me those, have those, make me 13 of them. Thank you very much. I will also take a little bit more blaze powder back with me. Maybe some nuggets as well. Just be on the safe side. Right, so we've got the sparks. We'll head back, we'll get the stuff made, and I shall see you back at the Botania area. Alright, I've moved these across. We've got some stuff going on here, and basically what we should end up with is... What have I missed? Don't think I missed any. I just appear to have 2 left over. Oh, I know what. Yes, all right. They're for later. Okay. So we need to get the... Well, first things first. We need to get some mana into this pool, so we can pick that up. So if I grab my wand and just borrow the mana out of here, I don't know why that keeps on going, and there, and that one. Let's just turn these all to output to the tablet, that way there's no danger of them there's not a lot here, but it will be enough, I think, to make the runes we need. Alright, so we're going to need some pixie dust. Okay, that's fine. We're going to need pixie dust. We need one more pixie dust. Pixie dust is made with a... No. What's the recipe? A mana pearl. And I need, what did I say, 2 recessive and a dominant, I think. I don't know whether the dominant is, technically speaking, not necessary, but we'll borrow some of the mana. Try that again, shall we? We'll try that. Bump, thank you. That gives us 3. So what else do we need? Mana steel and the runes. And mana, we're going to need mana dust as well, aren't we? Let's have a look at the spark. So dominant is a fire, and recessive... It is recessive, isn't it? It's not this, but yeah, it is definitely recessive, is earth. And we need the mana steel as well, which we need 3 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we also need 1, 2 more of the dust. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know what? I might as well use this. It's not going to hurt. It's certainly not going to use a lot of mana either. So let me get the 2 sets of runes done, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so we've got everything. We should be able to take those and those and those and make 2 recessive and 1 dominant. So the idea here is we'll put the recessive onto here and here. And that should basically stream all of the mana out to all of the surrounding pools. And we're going to put the dominant here. This is going to be our main powerhouse, and that's basically going to stream everything from these to keep this one full at all times, and then these will distribute evenly. Now there was mention of having these 2 sparks as well, and we'll come back to that in a moment. It hasn't eaten this one yet. Give it a second. And the thoughts I'm having here is having the agricarnations up here, powering to basically try and encourage these things to grow pumpkins more often. The more often these grow pumpkins, the more often these can convert them over from pumpkin to cake, yada yada, and, you know, in theory, everything will be good. In theory. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. What's involved with an agri-carnation? So an agri-carnation, we could probably do this underneath actually. Use a spring, or a rune of spring, so we'd need to make those, but that again is not impossible. We'd need a couple of those. Yeah, it's doable. Definitely doable. Let me pull together the runes of spring and I'll be back in a moment. Right, before we make the agri-carnations, there is one thing we need. Well, there's many things we need, or many things we want. This is a particular one that's useful for this stuff, and I mentioned it last episode. We are going to pop down here. We need to find... I should have some glass. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3. Crafting. 1, 2, 3. Make 3 of those. Get rid of that. Jump over here, and we just need to... We need to find some water, actually. I think I destroyed my infinite water source up here, didn't I? Damn you. That was short-sighted. I don't think there's any water. Hang on. Let's just pause a second. But my... a lot of guys hanging around down there. I want to get over there, however, so... Whoa! Right, let me get up here. Much better. Right, and then we can go back. I mean, as ways to travel go, this has got to be the better way. Ow. I'm still not used to elytra. It has not been a big thing in my life, the old elytra. However, now we've got that, we should be able to craft that, which gives me a rod of the seas. And if we go over and grab a mana tablet, you need to be set to fill, and we'll drop that in there. I don't need it to be absolutely full, so that'll do. It just means now that we can get over here and we can fill this easily with that old thing. I think the automatic refilling using dispensers or autonomous activators was disabled, but it might be worth a try. But that is not what we're here for. We're here to make one of those with one of those, one of those, one of those, 2 of those, and 1 of those gives me that. And then we should be able to... And bang! Perfect. And then we can... Well, all of that does need to find a home. This probably needs to be something different. But yeah, that's those. Now what we do need is a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to need a couple of those. In fact, we only need 1, I think. Let's just try the 1. And we will place that here. With... Did I put my sparks away? I did. That should start getting some stuff from here. It'll get its share. It won't get the lion's share, but it will get its share. Right, now the other thing we need to do is play with making this a floating flower. So for that we're going to need a glimmering flower, 2 of. What else? A pasture seed, which is grass in a mana pool, and some, was it grass? Dirt. Even easier. So, glimmering flowers. Well, I'm not going to waste it on waste purple on it. I'll go with a couple of red, seeing as we've got loads of those. We should have plenty of glowstone, which we can do. That's not what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Right, glimmering flower. Get there eventually. We need the pasture seeds, which for that I am going to need my tools. We'll grab the shears. We'll just go and grab a little bit of grass from up here. That one and that one. That will go in there, and put the away. Dirt. Oh, come on. So if we craft that with that with that, that gives me those. Then we craft those, that gives me 2 floating and we should be able to, I think, and with a bit of luck that should influence these, I'm hoping. Don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to let this, we need this to run out of cake before these start going. We'll see how that actually does that actually need to be next to? I can never remember, you know. Let's play it safe. Gimme. Thank you. And just place those up there. Can never remember whether they actually do need to be there or whether they can just bind them, but that is an easy way of finding out. Let's plant one and see whether we see any visible growth increase. I'm not seeing it now, so yeah. Anyway, let me check this out. Be back in a mo. Alright, it occurs to me that we're going kind of around about this the wrong way. We're trying to come up with a sustainable mana generation system using pumpkins. So, 2 things. First, I already have 415 pumpkins. I also have 457 jack-o'-lanterns. I also have cloches and power aplenty. So, first things first, this thing has been getting on my goat for a while. It's something that I've wanted to automate for a while. I'm going to need an exporter. We'll be able to set it to export up to, we'll just get rid of that for now, up to 9 things. So if I go in here and have a look for an exporter, we haven't got one, but we will have in a moment. So we're going to set up a system to export certain items, one of which is going to be, let me just go to pumpkin seeds, those that, feathers and sticks, anything else we need to get rid of? Don't think so. So let me get some jack-o'-lanterns. I don't think we're ever going to be overly worried about those, but the pumpkins we could use, because that'll give us 800 pumpkins. So over here now, how do I want to do this? I want another exporter. I would like it to be kind of Well, let's see. We need this to have, yeah, okay. Pop those in there temporarily. We're going to take our normal chest here and we are going to stick you there. So if I chuck those in, they should have gone and vanished. Lovely. Right, we probably don't need that, but yeah, we might actually, yeah, let's see how that goes. We'll take you out of, oh, you got it anyway. We'll pop that in there, and we shall pop you there. You're always on, and you have no recipe, so you're just doing your thing. Place an exporter here. And we do need a little bit of cable. Do I have any? Should have in my cables box. There we go. One. And that will go there. And you will be set to export those. And that should be going into there. And you will slowly start dismantling jack-o'-lanterns, and obviously giving us any second pumpkin and a torch. Lovely. I don't know why I did that. Doesn't matter. We can use that. Well, we'll find a better use for those. What I would like then is to make a couple more, or 7 more. 1, 2. And we'll take orange dye for this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll have a couple of ink sacs. There's no particular reason other than it gives me a wider variety of choices. We'll take you, and you will go. Oh, damn no. Can I bone meal that back? I don't know. Bone meal and an orange. Working on the ender chests. Yeah, we can. Cool. No. There. Now they're both linked, but we'll have that orange and black for a for pumpkins. Okay, that's fine. We need another exporter. Start with that and start one. And we are going to need that to be exporting pumpkins. Cool. If I place that there, I didn't bring the exporter, which was short-sighted of me. That can be set to pumpkin, and they can go in there. So that's doing end thing. We'll add. What do I want to do to that? Actually, I would like. Let's have a look. There should be. There's plenty of stuff we get out of the junk system to export, which we would like to be automatically deconstructed. And specifically, I'm thinking we probably need to go up in the numbers a little bit. Let's have a look at Cauldron. So we need to be in the 70 odds for the deconstruction. Fire chargers actually as well. Let's set those to be deconstructed, because I'm never going to use them. Not so worried about end rods. They do have a potential use. Item frames, yeah, we have a potential use for those, I suppose. Eyes of Ender, yeah. Glistening melon, yeah. Yeah. Clocks, no, definitely not. And compasses, probably not if we ever come across those. Compass, they're normally hiding around in here somewhere. Probably gone past them. Let me have a look. Compass. And that will just, I'll leave the redstone stuff, but we can always do that later. So clocks, those and those. And once it's finished doing jack-o'-lanterns, it will do those, and eventually we shouldn't own any of the crap that we're pulling out of the system. Okay, so I did come back here specifically for a reason, not just to automatically deconstruct those, and that was I want to make a couple more places. That one, wasn't it? We've got, oh man, cobble is a major issue. Stone. Let me just sort that out, I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I think we should have everything. Some of these things are, by the nature of the beast, restricted or limited to yeah, they're awkward, shall we say. Can we? No, we can't do that. Okay, let me get rid of you and you. So these will come in at some point, I'm sure. We're going to get rid of you and you and you and you, and that will convert that over eventually. Really could do with some dirt and take those blocks out. I also want to take that spark out if I can. Hang on. You are supposed to be able to detach a spark like so. And we can take that and grab you, and that can go in there, and that can go back there. With a bit of luck, that'll almost be empty. Let's not waste anything, eh? We're still picking up. I don't know why, but anyway, there's a spare mana pool. Pardon me. Yeah, this is getting fuller and fuller of things. Abstruse I am going to get rid of some of this, just because it is a pain in the bum. And well, yeah, I mean, it's not like we can't create wood. That's not a problem. We'll also get rid of those because we don't need them. And oh, the spark can go away. So now we should be able to come out from under here and under here. Oh, that's going to be, that is going to be awkward. Yeah, that is going to be awkward. Let me just have a think about this then. I meant to get dirt. We could go for here and place, I mean, there's nothing to say we have to place the cake there and there. We could go and place the cake here and here. That would work. I think. I don't see why it wouldn't. And we can do that, and then we just relink those to work. Yeah, that works probably better. These are not going to be any kind of fast in the daytime, so that's fine. Let me just have a fiddle around, and I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, it's a little ugly, but it'll do. Actually, there is a way we could do that, isn't there? Let me just take that out. and make that a little bit less ugly. It's only going to be a little bit less ugly, but if we place our ender chest there, that's not, no, that is not going to work. That's going to link. So we shall do what we originally planned, which was we shall place our ender chest here, and that will go there, and then these will go there. And that should have placed a link here and here. I've left that one link to that for the time being until this is done, but yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for nightfall now, and eventually this thing, the middle one, will run out of cake, and it should start just working on the transmuted pumpkins. That's the theory. Back in a bit. Alright, they're working on the pumpkins off the places now, so I'm just letting this one go through, and what we should see is once that has eaten that cake, it'll place a pumpkin, and then the Starlight Collector can start transmuting that one, and everything should be good. Again, not the fastest thing there. I've got an idea to get some more mana gen going in the not too distant future as well, so that is kind of working. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it is getting there. It is. We're starting to get to a point where, I mean, this obviously will grow back. That one will get et eventually, I'm sure. I don't know why they're being picky about what they eat, but there you go. I decided I'm going to decorate the top of these with these collector crystals, but we're not going to use the ones we create. We're going to use the ones we can get from the jungle, like here. I'm not sure whether we can get safely down there, to be honest. Let's go and have a look. I love this thing. There we go. Whee! Come on, have a go if you think you're hard enough. Hi, Mr. Spider. Die. Who needs a mob farm? We just... Hello. Dead. This guy needs to die, so I want to go in there. Hello. Dead. Hi, dead. Hello. Dead. No, survived. Dead. 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 More dead. More dead. And in. And jump in there. We'll just put that in there for a second while I grab that, and we'll go... Yoink! And back up here. Now I've decided I'm going to use a lot of these around the thing because they do look pretty sweet. It's going to take a hot minute. You don't realise how far this thing is up until you start trying to fly up to it. Because these pillars could do with a bit of work as well. But I think these maybe not every spike. That might be a little bit too much. I don't know. The other place we could put them, of course, is on top of those, where they look pretty sweet as well. Oh man, this is hard. We'll definitely go with a couple there, though. Yeah, but that works. We'll grab a little bit of XP. We'll just tidy up. I'm just going to go and very quickly check on what I want to do next. We are getting close to the end of this episode, and for once I am going to try and end this episode where it should end. But before we do that, I want to head back and I want to sort out my storage for here, because currently we've got this going on. We've got a couple of these. We've got one of these, which is our Britannia shulker, and then we've got these random shulker boxes from the building of this place, which obviously don't belong anywhere in here. I also wanted to see if we could automate use of this thing. So let me have a look, see what we can do with that, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so to finish up this episode, apart from having cakes and all sorts of stuff going on here, we are going to try a couple of things. I've created an automated user. I don't think this is going to work, but you don't know until you try. So you are going to be always on, you're going to have a Rod of the Seas, and you are going to have a full mana tablet. You're going to be a use, no vertical offset, we'll give you a 20 tick delay, and we'll give you some juice. Yeah, it's not working. As I said, I believe Vasky nerfed that particular trick, so that's one to be aware of. Let me, in fact, no, let's not put that in there. Let's go and get the I know it has to be here, fortunately. Anything else? You might as well have the hoppers, actually. That is kind of technically a cable stroke duct, isn't it? The auto user we shall send back there. Anything else we don't need here? I don't think so. Okay, now I've got 3 Britannia boxes here. I'm going to take that, and that all out of the way, and we'll just place them out of the way over here. Oh, that should be there. You were that one, weren't you? There you go. Right, and that can go away along with that, actually, out of the way. And then we've got these here. So what we're going to do is grab those out of the way and just again stick those here, and then down here, I've got 3. I'm going to put them into this section of ground here, I think. So we've got miscellaneous Britannia, we've got a basic Britannia, and we have got room materials. And obviously, if we're sensible about, these are diamond chests, so they should hold plenty. So this one was, that's interesting. You can't really tell once you've labelled them, once they're in the ground. That's a bit of a sod. Alright, well this is all room materials, so let me get all of this lot sorted properly. And in fact the Britannia goes there, so we'll stick you and you in there, as well as that and that. Yeah, so I'm just going to sort this lot out and be back with you in a sec. Alright, well we've got that sorted. I think we'll get a screenshot of that for this episode's thumbnails. These are just in the ground. They've got various bits and pieces. We'll stick our rooms in there. I have got a plan to automate this, and it's for those of you who watched me do Britannia before, there is a design by, and the name of the YouTuber escapes me now. It's so long since I've done this. But it's a design for an automated runic altar. Now, I think we can use that with a few other bits and pieces of mods, and the RS storage and Ender storage mods to actually achieve an automated runic crafting system, which in theory could be quite interesting. In practice, time will tell, but in theory it could work. So yeah, that could be good. Let me know what you think about these things on the pillars. I think they might actually look quite nice on those, and maybe just not on these ones. Maybe this. Maybe if you were, or maybe every other. I don't know. Certainly, I'm thinking on the top of those pillars on that altar, that platform over there. Maybe even 1 or 2 scattered around elsewhere. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.